Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell. Well, let's join Dale with an industry update from the National Association of Farm Broadcasters Convention.
Joining me is Eric Ott with Valent USA. Eric, nice to catch up with you. I haven't told a lot of people, but we had a producer on a panel earlier in the week, and they said what farm radio means to them is it creates the spur to think more. If people look at that idea, where does Valent fit into that conversation?
Yeah, good question. And where Valent would fit in that conversation is providing innovative solutions for growers, as well as providing advice and helping the retailers help growers make decisions and being of a service to help service those products.
And some of those services might be, how do I handle this cover crop that I'm relatively new at, that maybe got ahead of me, may have some other pest challenges? All of those things come with experience, so if you're inexperienced, get some help.
Right, yes. Yeah, cover crops are great. At the same time, we need to manage around them. And that just takes a few more thoughts and thought processes to go through. And, with the trend of planting earlier and planting into cover crops, that leaves a potential green bridge for diseases as well as insect pests. And one of the ways to think about managing things is using a high-quality seed treatment like Intego Sweet Soybean, which provides protection against many Pythium species, Phytophthora, Rhizoctonia fusarium, as well as several insect pests that are seed corn maggot, grubs, and aphids, and bean leaf beetle. And if you have any more questions and comments, please visit valent.com or your local retailer.
Thanks, Dale. And to hear the full interview, check out the featured audio at ohioagnet.com. Well, officials in China, Mexico, and Canada were quick to criticize a pledge made by President-elect Trump on social media to impose new tariffs on all three of the United States' largest trading partners on the first day of his presidency. Trump said the move, which appears to violate the terms of a free trade deal he signed into law in 2020, is aimed at clamping down on drugs, fentanyl especially, and migrants crossing into the U.S. illegally. What are some of the findings within USDA's latest edition of its Irrigation and Water Management Survey?
Some of the numbers from USDA's latest look at irrigation and water management within agriculture.
There were 212,714 farms, and they irrigated 53 million acres. It was down a little bit from 2018, where the survey showed that there were 231,000 farms with close to 56 million irrigated acres. So down 8% in total farms irrigating and about 5% for acres irrigated.
Julie Weber with the National Agricultural Statistics Service with results from the 2023 Irrigation and Water Management Survey, an expansion of data collected within the 2022 Census of Agriculture. Additional details and highlights from the Irrigation and Water Management Survey can be found online at www.nass.usda.gov/Ag Census, all one word. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
Deere & Company finished the year stronger than expected after aggressively cutting production and seeing solid demand for new tractors and precision agriculture technology. The Moline, Illinois-based tractor giant reported a net profit of $1.3 billion in the fourth quarter, compared to $2.4 billion last year, as farmers grappled with high interest rates and low commodity prices. Sales and revenue totaled $11.1 billion. That's down 28% from a year ago. The markets are next.
Did you know that soybean meal is the #1 protein source used in aquaculture worldwide? Global fish consumption has nearly doubled in the last 40 years, making aquaculture the fastest growing sector of food production. Rich in protein content and highly digestible, soybean meal is an environmentally sound solution to feed the growing global demand for nutritious seafood. Soybeans, feeding the industry that feeds us. Brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Joey from Vermont, a farmer trying to get through the winter. Adriana from South Carolina, a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. Liam from Ohio, an injured father struggling to provide for his family. Hi, I'm Shanola Hampton, and I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, December corn 4.15 3/4 down 4 1/4. March corn 4.28 unchanged. January beans 9.88 3/4 up 5 1/4. March beans 9.97 up 3. July wheat 5.65 3/4 down 9 1/4. At the Mercantile Exchange, December cattle 1.88 even up $1.10. December hogs 82.40 down 70 cents. March feeder cattle 257.30 up 82 cents. This is the Ohio AgNet.